Hey everyone, this is Zach with ProductManReviews.com, and today we're going to take a look at a new messenger bag that I purchased. 15.6 inch messenger bag from a brand called Newhey, or Newhey. We're really not for sure how to pronounce it. It's one of the things we'll talk about. But before we get started, make sure to click the like button, and if you want to see more product reviews from a product manager standpoint, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and that way you'll be up to date on the latest reviews. So let's go ahead and get started. So when I was originally looking for a messenger bag, one of the problems that I originally had was that I was taking a backpack to work, and it just wasn't as professional as I wanted it to look. In addition to that, it was a lot bigger than what I wanted, and so I was having a lot of problems with the bag just being a little too cumbersome. I tried to put it as my personal item on airplanes, and sticking it underneath the seat in front of me was always kind of a tricky situation. So I wanted to get something a little bit more professional and a little bit smaller, but at the same time I still wanted it to look good in casual settings as well. So I started looking around, and I was looking more probably what I would consider in the low to mid tier, and there was a lot of different brands that kind of stood out on Amazon. We had like Kenneth Cole, we had Samsonite, brands like that. But one brand caught my eye was one called Newhey, or pronounced Newey. Again, don't really know. Here's their page on Amazon, and as you can tell, it says Newhey is not just a word, but a promise. And that's actually kind of one of my pet peeves. Is there's no information about Newhey as a brand besides this page here, and that's kind of frustrating because if you're going to have a brand and you're going to try to stand out, you have a tagline and everything like that, not being able to connect with the brand today feels really disingenuous, which is a little frustrating because I don't know anything about the brand besides literally that line right there. I don't believe that they're an Amazon owned brand. Amazon Basics is one that sells messenger bags at a very cheap price. But Newhey does appear to be a brand that is now exclusively selling on Amazon. I did find some prior listings on Walmart.com and a few other websites, but it looks like now their entire market is on Amazon. Here's the bag that I was looking at, the 15.6 inch waterproof vintage genuine leather men's messenger bag. But they have some different other styles up here that I've not personally checked out. When I received the bag from Amazon, it came in just a typical Amazon shipping box with some packaging in there, and then there was obviously the bag. And the only real packaging on the bag itself was just that little tag attached to the back itself, and it didn't have a whole lot of information. It didn't have a website or anything like that you could contact, and so again, a very minimal experience when it comes to the packaging, a very minimal experience when it comes to receiving the product itself. Not necessarily a bad thing, just something that you want to keep in mind, that this is going to be, similar to a lot of Amazon only brands, a very minimal experience. So when we take a look at the bag itself, here's the actual listing on Amazon. There are several different things that kind of stood out when I was looking at it. Number one, again, I kind of like that leather canvas look to it. I do think that the bag fits in well in both a professional and casual setting. But the leather, which is called Crazy Horse leather, I don't know anything about leather, so I can't tell you if that's good or bad or anything interesting there. But it is waterproof, and I have had some experiences, unfortunately, already with spilling some coffee on this bag, and it did really well. It cleaned up real well, and was able even to get any kind of stains or anything kind of out of the bag itself. I do believe this is only the leather section. Inside is more of a canvas material that I do not believe is waterproof, but again, it does have a little bit more of a rugged look, and that kind of plays itself out in some of the unfortunate applications you may have, whether it's rain or spills or anything like that. The bag is very, in my opinion, very spacious considering the size of the bag being smaller than what I'm used to. Able to fit, my laptop in there, as well as different books, umbrellas, things like that are kind of necessities when you're at work. And so it definitely is spacious considering the size of the bag itself. You can also see that the bag comes with a laptop sleeve to protect it and kind of keep it separate from the rest of the belongings in there. One of the things that I was really looking for was the just the look and style of the bag, fitting in both kind of a casual and professional settings, which this bag does extremely well. One of the features of this bag that I really like is it has a magnetic button here. Basically what it does, if you actually take a look at the bag I have, you basically have just small clips on the bag, and on this clip is a magnetic button that when it gets near the actual receiver of the clip, it actually just locks into place, and it makes it really easy, especially when I've been in airports traveling and needed to grab something real quick. I was able to just pop that open, grab it, and as soon as it got near the clip again, it clipped back into place because of the magnet. And that made it really convenient and really easy to grab stuff while you're on the go. However, that is probably the biggest negative that I have as well with this, is that button is only connected by a belt buckle clip. You can kind of see that belt buckle right here. And the problem that I've had is that on both sides, at some point, I've actually had that belt buckle detach itself from the bag, and it basically just falls off. And so both times I was leaving the office and getting ready to walk out and noticed that the button on the bag was not there. Had to find it, and then what I ended up just doing is gluing that belt buckle basically to the strap. And it isn't necessarily the most maybe the best method you should take, but at least kind of saved me from that hassle in the future. And I did notice that there were some other reviews on Amazon of people who had lost their button because of that belt buckle clip. And again, it's something that's just not very convenient from a product standpoint. I understand that they have that so that you can readjust the size of that strap, but at the same time, it really is an inconvenience to lose that. So when I look at the bag overall, kind of look at the different features and things like that, it's currently selling on Amazon for a $49.99 price, which is very competitive price. But whenever we talk about a product, we need to talk about it in terms of value and not just on price. If $49.99 might be a good price, but if it only lasts a week, well, it's not a good value. So when I look at the value of this product, which I've had for a little over 6 months now, I think it's an extremely durable, extremely versatile bag that really does fit in both those settings that I was looking for. And I think it's overall a good product. However, if it's something that you're wanting maybe a little bit more of a brand experience, that you're wanting to connect with a brand, that you're wanting to support a brand that has values and ethics that you take seriously, then this probably isn't the bag for you. But if you're just looking for something durable, something that fits in kind of both those settings, casual, and also easily fits on a carry-on on a airplane, this definitely is a great option. You can see, obviously, it's an Amazon choice. It has plenty of ratings and reviews that you can look at. And they have a lot of different options as well. I obviously purchased the brown bag, but they have one that they call the coffee, another one dark gray, and you have gray and khaki. So again, a lot of different color options and things as well. But overall, again, I've enjoyed this bag, and I think that it is a good product. But obviously, I want to hear what you think. So feel free to comment below about either this bag or a bag that you like. If there are other products you want me to review from a product manager standpoint, definitely comment on that below as well. And be sure to check out productmanreviews.com to see the latest products that we'll be reviewing. Appreciate all your support, and hope to see you guys again soon.